I want to taper off the military aid within the next 10 years.
You want to taper it off to zero within 10 years?
Yes.
That would be a very dramatic shift.
Well, it's in the works.
So I talked to Bibi just a few minutes ago, and I said, what would you like me to say? He said, Israel's not going to live this way anymore. They're not going to live under threat from Iran anymore.
Netanyahu went on Fox to eulogize Graham and said, don't worry, we don't need your money anymore. We have a new plan. Yeah, to merge with our military and say you co-own all of our weapon systems and the $1 trillion of U.S. weapons sales every year.
The last conversation I had with him, I said, Lindsay, we've come of age. We have a robust economy. We can take care of our.
We run your Congress now and
financing our own weapons for the defense of Israel and defense of our common interests with America. So I'm going to phase out the support, the military support for Israel over a period of years and bring it down to zero. We can do it. And he went ballistic. He said, no way, you can't do that, because he was so concerned with our security, which he believed was your security, that he actually fought the prime minister of Israel on keeping America's aid or actually increasing it. And that tells you what kind of a person this extraordinary friend was.
The boldness, the arrogance of this. And again, I don't want to get rid of Israel. I don't want a river to the sea. I don't support the Islamicists, but I cannot support Israel primarying our leaders.
We know why young people are, and middle-aged people are against the next war, because we'd be the ones fighting it. They're trying to bring back the draft. Screw that. We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight some other country's wars, are we?
I cannot support Israel openly bragging they basically control our foreign policy and now want domestic control. And 38 states have passed laws that if you criticize Israel, you can't have a government contract or a state job. And if you do get a job, it's a felony in Texas and a bunch of other states. The laws vary, but 38 have the laws. I mean, this is un-American stuff.
The ambassador, who's also a Republican, said, well, you might say that America made let Israel survive, but it's Jews who created America. And he goes through, how much of America was based on the Torah, how the original symbol of the United States proposed by Benjamin Franklin was Moses parting the sea, that, many of the original symbols of America come from the Bible. And there are many references to the Bible in the early writings of American patriots. I quote some of them in my book.
Israel gives us as much as we give them. And a lot of Americans never fully understand that.
This is social credit score stuff. When the Democrats do it, I'm against it. When the EU does it, when the UK does it, when Brazil does it, I'm against it. And I'm against it when Republicans are doing this. It's unbelievable. The Defense Authorization Act 2027 now passed out of committee in the full House. It looks like Israel may get its merger, lifetime fusion, integration, these are all terms, marriage with the U.S. military and intelligence. They got an intelligence bill, does the same thing with Senator Cotton. Unbelievable. Will the Senate sign up this special office that merges everything from research and development right down to battlefield, right down to telemetry, and they co-own our military equipment and sales of it around the world, $1 trillion of it a year? Man, that is bold. And now it's passed out of both committees and is in the full House, and they got the votes. I want to thank the viewers and listeners for keeping us on the air the last 32 years.
All right, thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. I am all over the place, so just give me a minute here. Welcome to the show. It's July 18th, 2026. Thank you for being here. We're late tonight, but we're here. I had an emergency I had to take care of for one of my kids, so family's first, right? That's the way it goes. Always family first. Let me bring John in here. I've got John with us tonight. I was like, who the hell's sending me these messages? It was you. Like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You need to get it together, dude. You need to fucking drink some methylene blue or something. You need to get your shit together, brother. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
We we have families and we get busy and we do what the fuck ever is in front of us, and it's usually whatever our wives tell us. So that's kind of how that goes. So John and I get it in whenever we can.
Yes.
So we can get it in whenever we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
What do we got? We got some stuff. We'll do a couple. I'm not gonna do a bunch of recap from last night, but a couple things I think that's very important. We're gonna touch on it again, and we have a bunch of new stuff we're gonna get into. My Saturday show is not like my 3+ hour Friday night broadcast, but we're gonna get as much of this in as we can, and I'm grateful for you guys being here. I want you to know that it's only from your support that I'm able to do this. So please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, more than six words, all the stuff, share this content everywhere. Let people know that we're here, share the URL so people can find me. Cause if you don't know exactly where you're going, you can't find it because of course I talk about stuff that the internet doesn't like. So it's hard to find us. So you just got to know that you got to go to Rumble, Inspector Web, or Getter, Inspector Web. It's funny because I get more traction on Getter than I do on Rumble. And I listen to Kyle Seraphin all the time, and he's like, Rumble sucks.
Rumble's
Rumble's
getting infiltrated, dude. I mean, how can they not?
It must be.
They have to be.
Yeah, it must be.
I mean, and I've seen the change.
Yeah. It used to be pretty good.
Yeah.
The bottom line is we're working on our YouTube channel, and we kind of went, and then we just flattened out again. And it's because I have to learn, community guidelines for, because they haven't been giving me strikes or whatever, but they just demonetize me. And so nobody can see my stuff unless you know exactly what you're looking for, and if you type it in exactly the description, then you can find it. But
bury you.
So we're gonna do our best to get that. We're gonna do our best to dance around a little bit and get some stuff done. So what do we got tonight? We have we're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk a little bit. We're gonna talk about the staff of Charlie Kirk a little bit. We're gonna talk about the truth that we found out about Benny Shapiro. We're going to talk about him for a minute, a little bit. A little bit on him. Did you know that X now has, through Elon Musk, now has a banking system that pays 6% back on purchases or on whatever what's it called? Where, when you put money in there,
interest.
The interest is 6%, which is more than
that's a lot.
And
that's a lot.
So it's all these comments on there. How do you do that?
Yeah.
If you corner the market and you knock out Bank of America and and BlackRock and all those people, because BlackRock owns all of it. Rothschilds, they own all of it. I mean, they have the 51%. So they own all of it. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know that all the globalists own all the banking, Merrill Lynch, all that stuff, which is Bank of America.
But if he can back it with his shit, I mean, he's the richest man in the world.
Trillionaire now.
Yeah,
he just got a trillion dollar contract, whatever it is. I don't know. I didn't get into it. As much as I would love to spend a lot of time on things like that, when you got kids dying and people going to prison for nothing, and you got all this drama going on, all these wars, all this corruption, and like I told you earlier, I get stuck on these. I have to remind myself I need a timer. Okay, you can only research this for this long, and then you have to find. Then you got to move to the next topic because I just get engulfed, and it's the autism thing that I got going on. I get focused on it, and I just can't. I got to get better
it's
at
a good thing.
moving around. You may
Yeah.
get a little bit because I don't want to bore my audience.
That's a good idea, though, dude. Time it.
Timer.
Boop.
I get
That's
a timer.
it.
I'm going to do a timer. And
Yep.
I'm going to get an easy button. I'm going to get a
Yep.
timer.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, what are we talking about? So we're going to get into those items. We're also going to talk about, I really want to know more about the banking, Elon Musk banking thing. I really do. I want to know more about that. We're in central casting. Anybody that has spent any time looking at this stuff will tell you that this is all a movie. It's, the voting was planned the year before. They know who they're going to put in. All this stuff that now we know from waking up and finding out what's going on in our sphere, we'll call it. We find out now that for forever, I guess technically since I don't know, since Kennedy's assassination, we've been engulfed by propaganda and people telling us they make the rules, and we pretend like we can make a difference, and very rarely do we make a difference because they control everything because they have the money. And money, I don't care what you say, money's in charge of everything. So
Yes, it is.
let's talk a little bit about before we get started, that report from John Baum we were just talking about. The header on it, the title, is Israel-U.S. military fusion proposal heads to full Congress. Now, they blocked it. The 224 bill.
Mm-hmm.
The six. What's the other part of it? What the hell is it called? Anyway, they blocked it. So far, they've blocked it, but they've blocked it in that they didn't sign the bill into law. But Netanyahu gave them a bill and said, "Pass this bill," and it started going up the chain because AIPAC owns 80% of Congress, so or 80 whatever the number, 84%, whatever it is, and so it has not passed, but there's a big thing going on where they're talking about it passing, and if that bill does pass, we will not have control over our own military, our weapons and all that stuff. Israel will have rights to the technology. That's heavy. Now, let me see if I can find that clip. What do you want to say about that?
It's not good, man. Why? That just blew me away to hear that they would give that away. I'm at a loss of words. These people are so just out of their minds. Why would you do that for Israel?
Right. And that is a problem, but they do it and nobody stops it.
Well, it's just like this damn war. Once again, sparked up again. I mean, it's been months. This has started at the end of March?
I want to say 140.
So end of March.
Days. Yeah. 140 days.
Beginning of April.
Yeah, February 28th. So that's when February 28th. So yeah. So
wow, dude.
Here
we are. Fucking almost.
Let's do this.
We are past the middle of July. Holy shit.
Let's do this clip because you haven't been here in a minute, and I've covered it. But this is the one about 622, which goes with 224.
Yeah.
And this is titled "America Finished Section 622 Hands Over Intelligent Keys to Israel." Okay. Now, we all should be calling our congressmen. Everybody should be doing it because if they get a hold of this. Look, they already spy on us and get away with it. And they do all this stuff and they've got a stranglehold on everybody in Congress and all that stuff. And just going to say it, this is where the monetization goes. but I'm still going to just say it because I'm just going to say it anyway, regardless of if I get monetized and I can't make money off this video. I don't care. People need to know the truth. If they continue to strangle us, they already do the they pay all these people. I mean, they own us basically.
They own us.
They're primarying people.
Yes.
Our people, they're primarying them using AIPAC money and Israel money to do this stuff. You would think that the people that are, quote unquote, America first would not be allowing this kind of stuff to happen. But what is going on is, unfortunately, it's the Greater Israel Project. And so therefore, what we're doing is we're just funding. That's great that he says in the next 10 years, I don't want to be taking any more money from the United States because we don't need it because we're so, we can stand on our own. But
Fuck,
we're bombing for them right now.
Exactly. We've been bombing them since last summer.
Yeah.
They didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of hearing how great they are. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you're not. You wouldn't have shit without us.
Right.
Truly.
And so when you think about the intelligence part, I kind of lost my thought there for a minute. When you think about the intelligence part, really at the end of the day, and I'm not what's the word called against Israel? I'm not against any country. We're America first. I'm America only, America first.
Yeah.
But when you think about the intelligence part of this, when we're giving any country, it doesn't matter if it's Israel or anybody, you're giving anybody our intelligence, meaning they're in the Pentagon getting.
Oh, yeah. You don't think that they're fucking doing other shit there?
That's my point.
Yeah,
and then,
right.
so they're taking our technology
and using it against
us.
Absolutely.
Unacceptable.
Absolutely.
Unacceptable. Anyway,
and if you don't think that, you're fucking naive. That's the sad part. There's people, they wouldn't do that. The fuck they would.
They are doing it.
They are. Yeah, they are.
So do you know that Trump said, or was it Trump? Who was it? I want to say it was Trump, or one of who the hell was it? There was this meeting, this podcast, whatever it was, like a podcast or something. He's like, yeah, after Israel leaves, we have to go and sweep all the floors in the White House because there's bugs everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So anyway.
No, I mean, that's when JD did that with Joe Rogan.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When he just on Rogan again?
Yeah.
Last week. So let's roll this clip. I got to label a couple things while we do this, and then we'll come back. Stand by.
The Pentagon just cranked Israel's counterintelligence threat level all the way up to critical, the highest designation, right there with our worst adversaries. U.S. officials are now using burner phones and staying tight-lipped in hotel rooms when they visit Israel because the Israelis are aggressively spying on top Trump administration people, digging for inside dope on decisions about Iran and Lebanon. This isn't some rogue operation. It's all coordinated, hyper-aggressive espionage from our so-called closest ally. Jonathan Pollard-style damage from the past should have been a warning, but here we are again. Americans are rightly asking how an ally that spies on us at this level gets treated like family.
With me, I don't care if you start throwing nukes immediately, responsibly, but immediately. And a case that I've been pushing is the use of an electromagnetic pulse weapon or weapons against Iran. Why are we waiting to get hit?
That's Jonathan Pollard, the most famous Israeli spy in modern history, who sold out our secrets, got our agents killed, you name it. He sold to the Russians, the Chinese, the Israelis, everybody. And remember, Trump pardoned him back at the end of his first administration. So now Israel's funding will be within the Pentagon in joint weapons development, but they're going to be allowed into everything and be able to claim co-ownership of the U.S. military industrial complex that Eisenhower told us to beware the technological elite that control the military industrial complex. So think about that. Then you've got 38 states that have passed laws or executive orders that if you criticize Israel in any way, or ever boycott Israel, or criticize Zionism, or what happened in Gaza, these are laws that you cannot have any government contracts or government jobs. Totally illegal, unconstitutional tyranny. And that's because Israel admits they're moving their weapons industries here to the United States. And so now if you criticize anything Israel's doing, you're shut down by the state governments, violating our First Amendment. You add that with the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act. You got to read that for yourself. Total lifetime fusion integration of everything from academia to DARPA to MIT to secret weapons development to live intelligence, telemetry, weapons guidance, weapons systems, everything. Remember, the other agencies don't even let each other know what they're doing. The other armed services branches are in competition and let them have their secrets. And that's good to keep things compartmentalized. This is, Congress doesn't even know 10% of what the Pentagon's up to. This is Israel's coup against America.
The real gut punch is what's happening in Congress at the exact same time. On the heels of the revelation of Section 224 slowly advancing, Senator Tom Cotton slipped Section 622 into the FY27 Intelligence Authorization Act. This thing locks America into permanent, unbreakable intelligence entanglement with Israel. It mandates expanded sharing, ties it to Israel's qualitative military edge, restricts the president or future Congress from scaling it back without jumping through huge legal hoops and notifying bought and paid for committees, and even pushes sharing with Abraham Accords countries. There will be no unwinding this. We are looking at Intel Fusion as a pillar of policy, handing over leverage that could bite us hard if relations sour. We'll find ourselves either towing the line for Israel or facing serious consequences. Meanwhile, the Pentagon flags Israel as a top spy threat, and lawmakers are wiring them deeper into our system. This isn't partnership. It's a one-way street that smells like foreign influence money run amok. America first means putting our sovereignty and secrets ahead of any foreign lobby. It's not optional, and it's a major insult on this 250th anniversary of our nation. John Bound reporting for the Alex Jones Network at alexjoneslive.com.
All right. What do you think of that?
Turns my stomach.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is it's in
I never
in the
liked
process.
Cotton, bro.
Huh?
I never liked Cotton.
Oh,
There's
Tom
a-
Cotton, he's a scumbag.
He's a fucking
He's a war hawk.
scumbag.
He's a war
Yeah.
hawk. He's the next
Just
Lindsey
like
Graham.
fucking Lindsey Graham.
Yep, same thing.
And God bless. Thank you, God, for getting rid of that piece of shit.
Yeah, but listen, so
or whoever did.
Well, we could bounce back off of that, but you're talking about Lindsey Graham. You're talking about what they've done is they put his sister in there.
Oh yeah,
and
I know.
And the report I'll play that's one of the reports that I want to play tonight from previous show. But so from the understand, and I don't know, this is just a report from somebody talking about it, saying that on paper, let me pull you up here. Sorry. On paper, she looks like she's clean and she's a good person. On paper, she looks like she is not a scumbag like all these other scumbags that are in office. Because the truth is, they're all scumbags. I mean, doesn't matter. They're all scummy. They all suck. All of them. Yeah. And are there a couple that are okay?
Suck less.
Yes, just suck less.
That's it.
I
They
mean,
suck less. That's it.
Well, this thing. So when I got here, what I'm saying is when I got to politics, my view then and obviously now is completely different. I mean, I thought that Poso was great. I talked about this last night. I thought that these MAGA influencers were America first and they were all about it. And it started for me. It started for me, and I'll just be honest. It started for me when we were going through me and Tom Thomas from InfoWars was going through some Epstein files on a show 6 months, whenever it was, a few months back, we were going through it. And I was reading Steve Bannon being in the Epstein files, like the hits were thousands of hits, because I have that program where I can go in and type a name and it gives me all the emails, and how he was trying to make Epstein look good for that interview. And then once I heard it, once I got, oh, hey, then I started paying attention.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing all the anomalies with him. And I was like, okay. And I really thought that, that he was doing good work. And then now when I look at it, not so much. And then all the people that are around him are all shills. They're all Israel first. They're all lying to you. Like, they went to the meeting, or to the courthouse on day 5, and they all come out talking about they had verifiable, no questionable, Tyler Robinson in the prone, taking the shot. It was all a lie. And they did that on the media, in front of cameras, to everybody. And all the people that are, oh yeah, Trump and MAGA, they all believed it. And then right after that, the people that are investigating all this start digging in to it and finding out all the stuff that was going on, and everything that they said was a lie. All of it, 100%, all of it a lie. Tatum and all those clowns, Benny Johnson. Oh, it's verified. My stomach turned, and it was gasped in the courthouse and all that stuff. And there was other reporters in there with them, and they're like, that never even happened. And I played the clip. I cut it. It was like a 35 or 40-minute little podcast, and I just got the pieces out of it, and I shrunk it down to a 5-minute, 6-minute clip and played it. I guess it was last Friday, or Friday or Saturday, whatever it was. And I'm just shocked that this is these people that I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean?
That's all it's been.
They suck.
That feeling of fucking betrayal.
It's betrayal. Exactly.
Betrayal, dude.
It is.
It's like, dude, I put my trust in you,
energy,
and you fucking shit on me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so fucking jaded now,
Yep.
dude. I don't trust anybody. Like, fucking Trump is like, dude,
what happened?
What happened, dude?
Yeah.
What kid got fucking a gun pointed at him or something? God forbid that happened. But what happened where your story changed so bad?
You know that last in April, May, June, they were doing insider trading in the White House. Okay,
That doesn't surprise me.
no, they were,
Yeah.
they were, and it's verified. And I'm just like, and then I'm gonna give everybody a pardon. So they just went crazy, start doing whatever, and they backed off a little bit. But all those dudes that are in the White House, they're all anyway. That's a whole. That's a different.
Let's
that's
not
a
go
different.
down that one.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Because then we could start talking about the neighbor of Epstein. We get all that, and listen, we already know. We already know about all that. But the point that I wanted to make about this, we kind of got off the topic, but that's okay. The point that I wanted to make is I had trust in people that seemed to be,
Worth a fuck.
yeah, outstanding.
Yeah.
And so then what I did, and this is for all of you, then I took a step back, and as the information came out, I did my own research. And as I'm doing the research, I'm like, oh, and then if you do your own research, and you really do your own research and I'm a middle of the road, independent, not a Republican, not a Democrat. I mean, I did vote for Trump. I've never really been a party person. I've never been a Republican. I want to throw up in my mouth when I think about them. I call myself a liberal conservative, and you all know that. But the point is, what they've done is unacceptable. So I'm looking at this information. I'm digging into it. I'm kind of looking around, looking under this rock and that rock, and then the people that the so-called influencers are talking shit about were the ones that were right, and the ones that Candace, she ain't done nothing but fucking tell her truth. Whether it's 100% right or 80% right, at least she's putting it on the table. All these motherfuckers just lying and getting paid. They're probably all getting millions of dollars from TV USA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate to say that, but
Getting
it's
it from
just
fucking Israel
and APAC and all that stuff. And by the way, they're the same people that were fucking on Bannon's show talking about all the people in the House and Senate that are taking money from APAC. Okay? And they are on somebody's payroll, whoever's payroll it is, TPUSA, whatever. And and it's, by the way, if you're getting paid from TPUSA, you're getting paid from Adelson, because all roads lead to Israel. Period. It just does. And I'm just like, wow. And somebody, I was talking to somebody on the internet, and I was like, man, you know what? It'd be great if I could start getting, traction and all that stuff. They go, you can. As soon as you sell your soul, you'll have hundreds of thousands of video followers, and people be sharing your stuff and all that stuff. But as long as you keep and tell the truth, it's gonna take you a long time. But when you do get them, they'll be yours. They won't be paid for. They won't be this or that. So I just, okay, got it. So basically, they're all bought and paid for by fake money. It's all fake money. So, you want to say something about that?
Fucking Jews, bro. And you can say, I don't care. I'm not anti-Semitic. What I am tired of is all this fucking money. It's just, bro, we're going to give away our defense? That's fucking nuts. You're going to fucking sign our rights away to our fucking military secrets? You're going to share with these motherfuckers that are fucking going to the White House and bugging the tip of the dick. That's some crazy, dude. That's ballsy.
So what happens, right?
Crazy.
You know what happens at the other end of this?
No.
There's no way out. I mean,
there is no way out.
If this continues, there's only one way out.
Yeah.
And that is a revolution, or whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to give it. It's that's the only way out. At some point,
yeah, there's going to be a breaking point.
The 10% of America that has fucking balls is going to say enough is enough, and we need to go take over our government.
Crazy.
I mean, and that is because they've already said that we tried to do that, or that they tried to do that with January 6th, which is a lie. That was a setup.
That was the most lame revolution I've ever seen. You're going to try to take over a government with no guns. You suck. Sorry.
So
you suck so bad.
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the truth. And that's the thing that gets me the most, that we have. Because listen, look, tonight, when I was driving back from Napa, I had to take my daughter home hour and a half each way. That's why we started late, just for a little inside baseball thing. And on the way back, I was like, looking at, I'll put X on, like, I'll put a video on and I'll play the next one, And I got like 15, and when I get to a Q post, I just flip it. And I don't even look at it. I just, because they're just so full of shit. And
trust the process.
Yeah, and they just kept coming up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I literally went in and deleted, closed out Twitter X, and then restarted it to try and get a different algorithm, because I was getting the trust the plan, QAnon, yeah. Anyway, I remember
people
that.
are still fucking trusting that plan, dude.
What are they trusting? They should trust that if this continues to go the way it's going, we're all going to be incinerated.
Yes,
we're all going to be fucking gone if we don't. If it continues, because
what trips me out is, like Lindsey Graham, I heard, is we need to give, dude. Israel has nukes.
Sure. Iran
the
has nukes too.
fuck are you talking about? We
They
need
all
to give
do.
them nukes. We don't need to give them
Who
shit.
said that?
Fucking Lindsey Graham
well,
before
yeah,
he fucking nuked himself. I don't know, dude.
I don't want anybody to die.
Me neither.
Okay,
But
Not
I sure
even
the hell don't
Lindsey-
want him to
not
live.
even-
How's that?
Not even the dude.
I don't want him to, and he's not alive.
Not even the dude with the woman's name. I don't. I mean, Lady
Yeah.
Lindsay or anybody. I don't want that upon anybody. I don't. But what I do want is for something
I just
to
want
happen.
just. I want just.
Well, and we went over this last night where Trump talked about the voting stuff.
Oh yeah, that was
Did
crazy.
you see that?
Yeah, I did.
He spent the first 5 or 6 minutes talking about how great the country's better than it's ever been. It was
Yeah.
all fucking
Yeah.
all propaganda.
Yeah.
And then he started getting into the meat of it. And then he talked about China and
and
you know
Russia.
and Venezuela and all that
Yep.
stuff. And then I was like, we did a show last night. I played, I don't know, 4 or 5 clips from it, different angles. You know how I do. And then and I'm like, mark my words, by morning, everybody's all the fucking whack job, fucking Democrats with fucking purple hair, they're gonna all come out and they're gonna start doing the thing where they, talk about Trump's gonna steal the election and all that stuff, because that's the propaganda that they start pushing. Because
Right now, oh yeah. Fuck,
Oh,
we
it's
only
going
got,
hot-
we only
hot
got
and heavy
2.5
right now.
months.
yeah, and so I mean, what do you do, right? So Patrick Byrne was he did a piece on how the election integrity part, if Todd Blanche, because he's under the gun because he wants to be AG so bad, that there's a high probability that it will move. It'll, the integrity part will actually start happening, and indictments will happen now because he wants the position of AG, because he's the acting AG right now. And then what will more than likely happen, because he's a Democrat, is he'll do this up to the point, and then as soon as he gets the post, it'll be
Fizzle.
like a Bondi and not do shit.
Yeah, it'll fizzle.
Or a Cash Patel that I'm going to turn FBI building into a museum, put everybody to work, make cops again. You know what I mean? Which was all bullshit. Anyway, we got so far away from what we were talking about. Let's talk about let's get.
I've been gone a long time,
You've
bro.
been gone a minute. Yeah, I know.
Fuck it. I've been gone
I
a
got
long
an idea.
time.
You just go in when she gets back on Monday. And
Yeah.
you tell her, this is how it's going to be. Tell me how that goes for you. I
Yeah.
just knocked my camera.
It's all good.
Just go in there and tell her how it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let me know how
Yeah,
that
you know,
works.
that's
If it
gonna
works
work
for
real
you, I will
well.
not do that.
Yeah. That'll work
I know
real
better.
good.
She'll fucking stab my ass. Fuck that. Be like, I'll be a headline. Be a headline. Anyway, let's get back to where we were going here. I had a plan. Let me see if I can reel it in here for a minute, and let's talk.
You're threading, bro. You're just weaving the
I know,
story.
I
You're
know,
doing
I
it.
know.
You're all right.
We're doing great. Two Marines got killed at the base in wherever it is. And I want to play this clip. I'm gonna have to pull it in though, because I'm on the. See if I can.
Is this one of the clips that's gonna tear down the fucking volume and make it to where nobody hears us anymore? Are you gonna pull off one of those ones?
No,
It's been a long time.
that
bro.
happened last night to me.
Did it?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
5 minutes. I had to redo.
Yeah, fuck it.
But the dogs were like chasing each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't go into those clips. All right.
All right, we'll pull. I want to read this first. All right, let me pull this in here. Let me see here. Stand by. Okay, we're gonna read this real quick. 2 American service members killed in deadliest Iranian attack since spring, as tensions over Strait of Hormuz boil over. And then Iran killed 2 service members. And by the way, let's just say this real quick, if you don't mind me saying, we don't. This is New York Post. That's as verified as that. Okay.
Yeah.
On the 17th, 2 service members in Jordan were killed in action as Central Command, SITCOM, and partners forced defended against Iran ballistic missiles and drone attacks, as Combat Command said in a statement. Additional 1 service member is currently missing in action. We've got one missing in action. The White House has yet to comment on the death as of 3 p.m. today, nearly 2 hours after SITCOM announcement. So let's jump in here. Let me bring myself back here for a minute so you don't see my clunkiness here. Let's get this guy in here for a minute. We're just going to play some of this. This is not clipped out or cut out. It's just on YouTube. We're going to just watch a little bit of Steve Ram and see what's going on with this for 5 minutes or 6 or something like that. We'll see what's happening here. Let's just get an idea of what's going on up in.
2 U.S. troops were killed in a ballistic missile attack and drone attack that took place from Iran onto a U.S. base. Now, let me go ahead and share for you the video footage that has come out on this so you can see it for yourself. And we're hearing that Donald Trump has said that this was a red line, that he is about to open up the gates of hell on Iran and wipe them off the face of the earth. Now, if you like the sound of that, drop a 47 in the comments, but we're hearing that this is about to blow up. Take a look, though, at this video footage. Now, we're hearing that this ballistic missile attack took place in the middle of the night, and it killed those U.S. troops while they were sleeping. And so they didn't even know that it was coming. And we are hearing that there is going to be a massive response that is coming on the way. Now, like I said, we had already heard the warnings coming out from Donald Trump, who had said, listen, if any U.S. troops are killed, if an assassination plot is taking place against me, we're going to wipe you out. And so we're hearing that the gates of hell are about to be unleashed upon Iran. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at more updates coming out here. You can see the last time Dan Scavino posted a video of B-2 stealth bombers, 24 hours later, the Islamic regime of Iran has been hammered with U.S.-Israeli bombs. Let's see what's going to happen this time, as we're seeing that it is being posted yet again. And you can see here, take a look, breaking: the U.S. is preparing for a significantly expanded military campaign against Iran, flooding Israel with dozens of additional refueling tankers, turning Ben Gurion Airport into a forward base for expanded attacks on Iran. A move Tehran has warned will make Israel a direct target. But we are seeing traffic just flowing through. Take a look here. All the activity that's coming out. Axios reports Washington has asked Israel to accept dozens more refueling aircrafts, adding to the 30 that are already stationed there. Israeli officials are reportedly concerned not just about congestion, but about the strategic risk. A larger U.S. military footprint makes Israel a direct target. Now, Flight Trader 24 data shows also a significant movement of U.S. aerial refueling tankers towards the Middle East, while outbound military flights appear to be C-17 Globemaster ill transport aircrafts, 3 transport aircrafts, indicating a continued buildup. Now, let's take a look at some of the headlines coming out here. Iran kills 2 U.S. troops defending a base in Jordan during a barrage of ballistic missiles drones, with one also MIA. Here's another one. Iran strikes. They also hit major source of Kuwaiti drinking water. So we're hearing that Iran is hitting infrastructure, drinking water that's supplied to about 90% of the region. Injured soldier in the latest attacks against the U.S. ally as well. Also, if you are planning to travel, this just coming out in the past couple of hours. So major warning alert. State Department has issued worldwide travel warning as Iran conflict escalates. If you are a U.S. citizen traveling anywhere in the world right now, they're saying you need to be on alert. Iran now says that they have suspended all commitments under the MOU with the United States, officially tearing it up and saying, we are back to full-scale war. Bahrain sounds air raid sirens as U.S. and Iran exchange fresh strikes. We're hearing all throughout the Middle East, the sirens are sounding, and U.S. strikes Iran now today for the 7th night in a row. Iranian forces launch strikes all throughout the Gulf, and we are seeing potentially just massive escalation. All-out war is unfolding. Things have absolutely erupted, going absolutely deeper in the direction of more war, more conflict. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, we had heard Donald Trump warn before, if any U.S. troops are killed, if assassination plot is carried out against me, we're going to wipe Iran off the face of the earth. Is that what we need to do right now? He said, we're going to open up the...
All right, so that's enough of that for right now. So Trump said that and I know that there's this smoke that he does that shit, but if you remember in the past, 5, 6, 7 years ago, he did. When he said something, he did it. And what he said is if there's any casualties, and which I don't understand how that's going to work. Casualties when you're bombing them, people are going to die. And I know that there's been quite a few deaths from this conflict already, that a lot of them unreported. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
But are they using this to go full scale? Because
yes,
because I was listening to I don't know somebody up there in not current but retired, and he was basically saying that as long as it's Israel and Iran, they won't go to Congress and go, hey, we're now at war and we need to go to the next level and make this a full-scale war. But once there's troops killed like that, for instance, they blew up a base or whatever happened, and several or one's missing, probably blown to pieces, and two dead. Will they move forward and start this a full-scale war? And the problem with that, obviously, is the capability of Israel. They're like the 16-year-old that keeps climbing out the window. You know what I mean? You can't pull them back. You nail the window shut, lock them in, and they just fucking keep getting out. You know what I mean? And that's what they've shown us over the last 141 days or whatever the number is.
They have sabotaged every time we've tried to fucking make a deal to where let's just fucking stop this. They go and fucking do something like Lebanon.
Yeah. They said they're not going to stop bombing Lebanon until Lebanon's gone.
Dude, their plan is to fucking make greater Israel. That whole area is supposed to be Israel.
You got to say it right.
What's that?
Israel.
Israel.
You got in honor of Lindsey Graham. Israel.
All right. For you piece of shit.
Israel. So my big thing is, and I have a couple reports. I'll pull in let's see. Times of Israel is talking about Times of Israel. Oh, come on, dude. Not going to let me have it. No, don't look like it.
No, you got to pay.
Not paying.
Nope.
Suck dick. Suck dick.
They want more. They want more money. They want more of your money. Bastards.
Well, here's another one, though.
Little scumbags.
So Iran strikes hits major source of Kuwait drinking water, injuring soldiers in last attack against U.S. allies. That's not good. That now they're going to have to start sending water in.
All I'm getting tired of hearing about how we've destroyed everything, yet they still have the ability to do this. It's like, don't blow smoke up my ass. You didn't
Oh,
finish
yeah,
the job. You
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
what you said you were gonna do.
Right.
How much of the Navy is still around?
Apparently a lot. They just fucking bombed
That's what I'm saying.
bombed a base, and they completely thrashed a base last week.
That's what I'm saying.
know?
So what the fuck? I was heard the Air Force is in shambles. The Navy is at the bottom of the sea. Quit blowing smoke up my ass.
Why?
Tell me what the
Don't
fuck
you,
is going
don't
on.
You want us? Don't you want
I
them
don't
to
like
blow
it.
smoke up your ass?
No,
I mean,
I like a nice handy.
At
That's
least
it.
a little bit of grease, right? A
Yeah.
little bit of Vaseline or something.
Yes,
Or
if
some
I'm getting
fucking-
fucked, which we're
some
getting
KY,
fucked.
some KY. Well, this thing. So I don't
Never-ending
know.
wars.
I never had the honor of serving in the military. So I do know that my brothers and different people did, and they told me a lot about it. And the interesting thing about the war stuff is when they're in it or going very gung-ho, excited, and then, one brother spent many years over there, 20 something years. And by the time he got out of there,
20 years, dude.
yeah, by the time he got out of there, he was like, if you only knew what we do, you would
Atrocities.
not want anything to do with the military.
Fucking atrocities, dude.
Yeah.
Against humanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what fucking Israel's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude doesn't dare go to fucking Europe. Netanyahu, he'll be arrested because they got a fucking warrant out for his ass because of all the fucking shit he did to Gaza.
War crimes, yeah. Yeah.
That's just in Gaza. Shit's
Yeah.
stacking. That's
And
why he's got nothing to lose, dude.
That's
He's like,
why
burn
Alex
this motherfucker to the ground.
Alex talks about that all the time, that Netanyahu has to keep this war going because if the war ends, then they'll arrest him because he's been found guilty for crimes against humanity. So he'll automatically. And my thing is like,
Nuremberg
is that
fucking
what's going to
trials.
happen for Trump?
Oh yeah, I bet.
Because I mean, he's 80, and well, maybe he's got 4 or 5 years left. I mean, I guess technically he could live another 10, but he's McDonald's whole life. That fucker ain't living to 85, 90. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Unless he's doing the adrenochrome like all the other fucking globalists are doing.
I don't
mean,
doubt it.
At this point,
I don't doubt it.
I've completely changed my tune on the whole Trump thing because
He fucked us, dude. He
after
fucked
seeing
us.
what has happened in the last year and a half, I'm just like, oh my God. And my wife was
like you said, that feeling of betrayal.
My
It's a
wife was
fucked up
like,
feeling.
my wife tells our liberal family, oh, John's not with Trump anymore. I'm like, hold on, time out. I was with what's best for the country.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what face it's got.
Right.
I
And
just
that
want
was-
what's best for us.
I want what's best for the country. And that was I mean, and when you look at it, I know that what are they called? The trolls are going to jump right in and start talking about this and say that, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, when I voted for Trump 3 times, he was really showing us about how great he was going to make our country. And that's what I was about. I have kids.
Yeah.
And my kids deserve something that
Better
I
than
had.
this, yes.
I had a great childhood. I mean, it was my choice to do the stupid shit that I did. It wasn't because of my parents or my mom. I was raised by my mom. It wasn't because of them. It was because of me, because I was an idiot. I was a fucking dipshit. So, but my kids are innocent, and I want them to be innocent as long as possible. I have a 17-year-old, and if they bring back the draft, he's going to be one of them on the top. I mean, I know he's autistic, so probably not. I don't know how that works. They probably can't do that to him, and he's an only child from my first marriage. But point is, all this stuff is out of control. When we didn't have a problem and another country made a problem, our problem, and now it's our problem. It's not somebody else's problem.
I want to ask you a question because this is a year ago, right? Think about where we were a year ago. They had just fucking blew the top off that mountain, right? Oh, we got all the fucking nuclear
Oh,
bullshit.
when we went in to get
the hammer.
yeah, right. Midnight Hammer. Yeah.
Midnight Hammer, right?
Yeah.
And here we are a year later, dude. And we're just sinking deeper and fucking deeper
No.
and deeper. And it's just like, what is going on, man? And it's everybody, like you said, everybody, all the little fucking cheerleaders, MAGA cheerleaders, and everybody in the fucking House and everybody in the Senate. They're all getting paid. And we're all getting fucked
Yeah.
out in the real world.
Yeah.
It's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and like it's just like a year ago, dude.
Did you watch that speech the other night?
Yeah, I did.
Did you catch the first 5?
Yes.
Or 6?
Oh, America's the best it's been ever. I'm like, where the fuck are you at, dude? Motherfucker, I'm still paying $5 for fucking fuel.
I paid $5.15 today.
Yes.
Yeah, I sure did.
This just
And it's
fucking
down.
right before. Yes.
And it's down.
And we were thinking
75
we're
cents.
getting a fucking deal. Yeah. I know it's painful, dude. I'm like, dude, just give me a handy, please. You're fucking me anyways,
Dude,
but
it's
just
fucking crazy. So,
it just blows me away. Man.
we can complain about it or we can do something about it. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, absolutely.
And so I was listening to Stuart Rhodes, maybe, or one of those dudes, and he was like, dude, we need to form and we need to start doing something. We need to start making sure that our areas, our communities are taken care of, and we do. I have a team and all that stuff, but and yeah, great. But we probably need to start forming, not to be a militia or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's what he wants to do. He says that we should all be militias, and if you're military, you should be working with the local sheriff and doing all that stuff. And I agree with that. I do agree with that. But so that way you can protect your county. You know what I mean? Because if something goes down and it seems like every day it gets worse and worse, and wait till I play this next clip, your head's gonna blow off. But because I'm going somewhere with this.
You're ducking and weaving the story, bro.
No, it's like man, dude, come on. And so
bro, I've been trying to keep my head in the sand. Trying. Just being a good little fucking supervisor, good little fucking husband, good little fucking.
You can't.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't.
You gotta. Once you see,
you can't unsee what you know.
Yeah. No,
you can't.
no.
You can't
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can hide from it all you want, and when you're sitting on the shitter and you open up some fucking social media, it stares you in the face. So there's no way out of it. But the point is, what is the point? The point is, we in our communities, wherever you're at, you need to be looking around and seeing who's in your neighborhood and in your county, and talking to your sheriff and finding out, where they stand on the Constitution. Where are they at with Bill of Rights?
Some like-minded
Where
people.
are you on these things? And I feel bad for the people in like LA County or New York or these places that like the fucking the sheriff has purple hair. You got it bad. You got it bad.
Fucked.
So we're in a county. We're in a pretty strong, I'd say red county for the most part. Sacramento's not. I know it's a state capital, but hey, this is not a liberal town. I mean, there are parts in here. You have the retired hippies and all that stuff, and the what are they called? The boomers.
Yeah.
That a lot of boomers.
We're right next to fucking Placer and El Dorado, man, and there's some red, very red.
So my point is you should be looking around and seeing what's going on in your community,
people,
and so that you can protect your family.
Yes.
And I hate to say it like that, but it just is, because they're not coming to save you, man. They're not. All that they're going to do is continue to screw us over, and that's what they're doing, and that's what they continue to do. And I always had high hopes. I really did. So who's the next person that's going to come in? You think JD Vance is going to do anything?
Fuck.
Or
that guy, I've heard more and seen more of fucking his story and who fucking brought him.
Palantir.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
I mean, he had a great story, uplifting story, all that stuff, but the people who fucking
Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel, bro. That's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Peter
He's-
Thiel is like way down here though.
Yeah.
Compared to the others.
Oh yeah,
it's
but
way
he's
down here. But he's
still
there.
a dirtbag.
He's still yeah.
He's still a dirtbag.
I mean,
he's just a different level dirtbag. You know what I mean? He's not an Epstein.
So I was looking at the Iran war stuff, and I was doing my thing, and I came across this clip, and at first I was like, "Oh, okay, so this guy's got a message for us from Iran." It sounds like a very uplifting message until he tells us that basically they're going to kill us all.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, "Huh?" He's a lawyer from Iran, and he was like, basically, I'm basically saying you drew first blood, kind of.
Yeah.
We'll watch the clip right now, but I mean, I'm just like, at first I was like, oh, what's he going to tell me? He's going to tell me that there's these people over here that are going to do this thing.
It's their religion, bro. It's their religion.
Yes. But
we are infidels.
But wait a minute. I thought that and that's where the I'm caught. I'm like on the fence on how to handle this, because on one side, Israel's killed fucking thousands and thousands of children, and on the other side, all these motherfuckers are telling us they're gonna fucking cut our heads off with swords, right? So it's like, what do you mean? And I guess it's you got to find the
Happy
sweet
medium.
spot because they're all gonna
Do
kill
I want
us.
to keep my head? Yeah, I know.
But yet they're fucking doing genocide.
Yes.
So it's like, well, how about we don't do genocide and then we put a fence around them so they don't come over here?
Yeah.
Because they're here.
Yeah.
And they're here deep, by the way.
Dude. They've been
Deep.
fucking 27 years.
We got a synagogue right around the corner, one of those Muslim synagogues right around the corner. You know,
I know.
Right there by the school.
Right by the college.
Yeah. And it's big.
Oh, it is
It's
huge,
yes,
brother.
Yes.
And they got their, I know all about that.
yeah.
I done some help do the cleanup around that place. Oh, yeah. That's a training ground, brother.
Oh, for the county, huh?
Yeah.
It is, huh? It is, huh? It is, huh? You can say it on here.
I know nothing.
All right, let's listen to what this fine gentleman from Iran has to say. It's about a 3-minute clip.
This is a warning message to President of the Hearts, Donald J. Trump, as well as the next generation of American people. I'm speaking to you as an Iranian
we gotta
lawyer
see
in
this guy
exile
because I gotta hear.
who has lived half of his life under the Islamic Republic regime rule. So please take my comments very seriously. It means I know what I'm talking about. This is a warning message to President of the Hearts, Donald J. Trump, as well as the next generation of American people. I'm speaking to you as an Iranian lawyer in exile who has lived half of his life under the Islamic Republic regime rule. So please take my comments very seriously. It means I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to remind you of how the Islamic regime brutally murdered 45,000 of its own people, as you already know it. I don't wish to remind you of how they have chanted death to America and their anti-American ideology. I'm sure you know that too. I don't wish to ask you not to negotiate any peace deal with the regime, with the remaining elements of this regime actually. But I wish to warn you of something extremely dangerous you're going to face sooner or later. This regime and its elements are anti-American by nature, no matter how cool or peaceful they might pretend to be to escape their dismantlement and lying their way back into power during this ceasefire or even after. They have already started chanting death to America and burning the American flags again. Do you wish to know why? Because you killed their supreme leader, their guru, their God on earth, this is just enough reason for them to come after you for revenge. Your presidential time will pass, Mr. President, and perhaps some coward American president will replace you. These evil people will have enough time to rebuild or buy their nuclear bomb and improve their missile range. If your next generation sees nuclear bombs raining in New York and Washington and Israel and Saudi Arabia, don't be surprised. That's how these evil people will take their revenge. And they don't care if they get that blowback. We're talking about an ideology. And by doing so, they have reached the long-term objective. Of course, this is suicidal for them. But they believe they will go to heaven and they will meet their 72 virgins, the destruction of Americans and Israel, and their Arab rivals will give them a path to their imaginary heaven. I believe this is now a one-way street for America. I highly recommend you to be wise enough and eliminate this regime to its core and replace it with a peaceful and modern Iran, or be prepared to take the hit. Of course, the choice is all yours, but don't be short-sighted. The history is being written, and one day it will be too late.
Oh,
What's he saying?
he's saying he's in exile and he knows that there are bad motherfuckers that only live to get to their heaven. And their heaven is through fucking killing infidels. And big Satan is Israel and fucking little Satan is America. It's a bad thing, dude. I work with someone who's fucking a devout Islam.
Oh, really?
And, oh my God. And some of their stuff, bro, because I ask, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And I'm not shitting on them, but that thought process and their ideology, that's how they get to their heaven, is fucking by taking us out. It's crazy. And it's warped. But yeah, it's some scary stuff to think, man. You got a whole you killed their supreme leader, dude. Everybody don't understand that.
So exile he's in protest, basically?
No, he's out of the fucking government because his ass is going to get killed.
Oh, he's here. So he's here.
Yeah, he's straight.
But he's got an Iranian flag behind him.
Nah,
That was an Iranian flag behind him.
Well, part of, yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it's got a lion. Islam or Iranian flag doesn't have a lion on it.
So what's that?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
That I don't know.
What is an Iranian flag with a lion on it? That one?
Yep.
Which
is
one?
It?
The middle?
The middle one, yeah.
I can buy it.
You can buy from what
Iranian flag, lion, and sun. I'm in the wrong one. Hold on, let me back up here.
But that's the one.
It says that it's a flag with a lion is known as the Lion and Sun. I can't pronounce the name flag. It is a historic.
Oh, there you go.
Horizontal tricolor of green, white, and red, with a gold lion holding a sword in.
That might have been the original Iranian after they took out.
The rising sun centered on a white stripe.
Yep.
Ancient roots. The Moffat combined pre-Islamic Persian imperial symbol with medieval astronomical and religious imagery.
So that was probably the flag before
they represents loyalty, power, and the nation, while the sun represents Mathara and the goddess Anahita. I'm probably tearing these words up because
It's all good. I bet that was before the Islam.
Official status, the flag was co-defined as a official state symbol following the Iranian constitutional revolution of 1906 and served as the national flag until the 1979 Islamic Revolution.
Now it's just, they got rid of that. I knew it. That's the original. That's the
And
OG Iran flag. That's why he's got it.
And the other one
It's
is
got just the fucking
Islamic,
sword.
is the Persian.
Yep.
Because they're Persians, right?
Yep.
Iranian Persians. Oh, very interesting. See, I don't know nothing about this. That's why I do that. I do that right now so I can figure it out. And there's a bunch of you dumb motherfuckers like me that are like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Let's find out.
No, but
That's
see,
why we
he's
do that.
out. So the government, or he
So
fucking made some
basically-
bad friends
So
that want his ass dead. That's why he's in exile.
So he's in exile. So he's left there, and he's warning us that they're coming to get us.
Yep.
And if you don't take out their regime,
It's
at first
coming.
I thought he was talking about if you don't get rid of Trump and put somebody. But then when I watched it that was the third time I watched it.
Yeah.
Then I kind of got that what he's saying is either you blow them up, take them off the face of the earth, and
they're
everybody
coming.
with them, or they're coming.
They're not. Just say this. Like you said, it's generational. We're talking kids that are not even born yet are gonna fucking come here and fucking do
Have that same
what
thing.
fucking President Trump did. So 40, 50, 60 years from now,
Do what President Trump did?
yeah,
What do you mean?
they'll fucking take revenge
Oh, against
for what
President-
he did
for the
40, 50, 60 years from now. Kids aren't even gonna know that.
right,
My fucking daughter's not gonna know what the fuck this is going on.
right.
It's fucking crazy, dude. And that's what you got to treat them. They're fucking. It's
So
an
are you
ideology.
telling me that the only way is genocide? That's what you're saying. The only way out is to fucking nuke them or level it or get rid of it completely.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I hate
can't.
to say that. I hate
But
to say
listen,
that.
you can't.
The-
There's
you
nothing
can't.
you can do. They're here.
Yeah, the ideology is here. You ain't getting rid of it.
Right.
It's here.
Right.
It's here. Yeah, you're fucked.
It's
And you
just-
just took out their fucking supreme leader, dude.
The
He
main-
was the
he's
god
like-
on earth. Fuck. It's crazy, dude. And this is a motherfucker who didn't want to get into forever wars. I'm
Right,
like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I'm like, dude, you
Guess
shit
who-
the bed.
Guess who did that?
Fucking Netanyahu fucking chomping in his ear. Oh, they're coming. Dude, they've been saying they've been coming for fucking my whole adult life.
So where we at? Where we at right now is
Where we're at right now is $5 a gallon fucking gas.
yeah, but
um,
everybody should be prepared.
absolutely.
I mean,
I
prepared.
would be, if I were you, I'd be doing your thing to sell fucking your storable food, because that's some serious shit.
Yeah.
That's real, dude.
Yeah.
It's coming, dude. I hate to say it, and I don't like thinking about that shit. I don't, but it's real because these motherfuckers, they're killbots, dude. That's it. We're just fucking, all we want is revenge, and then the fucking dominate. That's what they've been saying. They want fucking America to be fucking whatever fucking Sharia law.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna do a little plug then for a second here.
Yeah,
while we're here,
absolutely.
let's do a little plug. So I want to talk about Masterpiece for a minute. Let me see if I can throw this up real quick on the screen. You got to get some of this, John. So this is zeolite. Okay. And let me tell you about zeolite a little bit. If you go to my description, in the description, on the top of the description on the show for Rumble, Getter, and YouTube, the top of the description, and actually it's on all of them now. I think it's on all of them. Kick, all of them. If you go to the description, I finally figured out how to do it. Remember I was telling you about the thumbnail and stuff?
Yeah.
Anyway, this stuff right here is a 60-day bottle. It's less than $1 a day, and it gets rid of poisons, parasites, gets rid of fluoride that's in the water, all the garbage that you ate your whole life. 5 drops twice a day. The first thing that happened when I started taking it is in about 2 weeks, I started dreaming vividly again. I hadn't dreamed in years.
I don't dream at all.
Yeah, I hadn't dreamed in years. And five drops twice a day in the morning, a half hour before food, and when I'm going to bed, I take 10 drops. But I'm extreme. I was 315 pounds, so I'm still trying to recover from all those years of just eating garbage and chocolate and all that stuff. Anyway, and drinking tap water. I drank tap water until like about 10 years ago. Maybe not. About 8 years ago, I stopped drinking tap water. And that shit is bad for you. Bad. I'm lucky I'm not gay. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
It did turn to frogs gay.
It did kind of make me a little funny, but not gay. Not exactly. No, but so check it out. If you go to the description, click the link. If you go on there, get the Zeolite. It's $50. I'll get a little bit of credit for you buying it from me. It helps the show, and you'll get it in like a week. When I first ordered it, because first I ordered it and I really liked it, and then I was like, hey, will you guys be a sponsor? They're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So now they're a sponsor, and they're fucking great people. I mean, they just are, and they talk about all the poisons in the food and the air and they talk about the globalist and all that stuff. They're deep into all that stuff. So when you support me, you support them, and that which supports us taking down all the corruption all over the world with Bill Gates's bullshit and fucking and COVID vaccines and all the shit that they've done to us our whole life. When you support us and you support them, getmasterpiece.com. But I prefer if you go through my link so I get the credit.
Yeah.
It's a couple bucks, but if a bunch of people spend a couple bucks, then it's a couple bucks that we'll get to support the show. And we really do need the support. So thank you for that. And thanks for reminding me about that. And also, the next one down is generators, and the one after that is restorable food. And if you go on there and you use my 843 anywhere in there, instead of the hash marks, you put 843 in there, and I get the credit for all those things. And when you put my code in there, it knocks an additional 25% off on the restorable food. So check it out. Please support us. We do appreciate it. All the support that you've helped us with is greatly appreciated. I mean, I hope that you see the show being better all around since we've revamped it and done a bunch of stuff, got better cameras and microphones, a little at a time. We started with like a Kmart. Some of you probably don't know what Kmart is, but I started with like a Kmart microphone, and now we've upgraded to an Amazon microphone. That's a joke, but I started with an Amazon, and then I went to something a little bit better. We got Rode mics now. But I mean, hey, we're just making this. What I don't want to do is have my show be one of those that, the fucking sound's crappy and the lights are shitty and, I hate it when the sound goes out, but we're getting better at fixing it right away. It went out for like, I think 4 or 5 minutes last night. And I was like, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? I hate it, dude. But anyway, no, we're good. I got a monitor on it so I can see it. So anyway, thank you very, very much for letting me do a little plug.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see where we're gonna go. We're gonna shift gears. As bad as I want to stay right here, right now with Iran and the war and all that stuff, we're gonna shift gears for now. And one of the things that really, 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 really bothers me is, and I'm not, I never was Charlie Kirk. Like, I was not a Charlie Kirker or whatever they call it. I wasn't MAGA. I was America First. I mean, maybe for a second I was like, yeah, make America great again. Then I realized that, pretty early on that those people were a bunch of lame fucks, right? But beside the point. I was not a follower, I didn't tune into his show every day to watch that. That'd be like me going on Ben Shapiro's show. I did Bongino for a second, and then I realized that he was a fucking ding dong. And the truth is, let me rephrase it. This is what happened. When I got woke up, when I got my head out of the sand in 2020 or 2019, 2020, when all this shit started going on, and my brother-in-law was like, "You need to pay attention to what the fuck is going on, you ding dong." And I'm like, "Dur, dur, dur." You know what I mean? And so I started paying attention, and so I was watching. I was listening to the radio show, Rush Limbaugh, and he
I
died.
missed that, dude.
And he died.
Yeah, I missed.
Or he
that
was
guy.
dying.
Yeah.
And I always wanted the video. I'll always be looking for his videos, video show, because I wanted to see. I got to see it to know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And I started watching Bongino for a short period of time, and then Bannon started his show, and I started watching Bannon, and then, but this is the problem with all those shows: the information that they talk about is old. It's outdated. All the shit that they talk about is outdated unless it's breaking news. Everything else is like 3 weeks ago or longer. And then I ran across Alex Jones, and he was telling us what was going to happen next month. And I was like, oh. So I started watching Alex Jones, and that was it. Because, I mean, say what you want about Alex. His information is tomorrow's news today. For sure. Absolutely. I don't give a shit. You could say he's a this or that or a Fed or that.
And he might be. But his news is fucking real.
His shit's right. And I know that because of him,
Yeah.
I'm not dead right now. And I know tons of people with cancers and all that kind of stuff. And had I not been paying attention to him and him only, I would probably not be here. I'd probably be dead. So for that, it's enough. Alex Jones saved my life and my family's life. My kids didn't get vaccines. All that stuff that was going on in 2020, we fucking barely missed that bullet. It's like Trump getting shot in the ear in Butler, which if he got shot, I think it was ketchup, but I'm not sure. We're still debating on that one too. We don't know. We don't
just
know.
wash it off the fucking roof.
Yeah, washing the roof off. Yeah, the FBI agent. Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen an FBI agent
with a garden hose?
With a garden hose? I've never seen that before. It's usually forensic team that does that. You mean, or a cleanup crew that comes in afterwards. Yeah. The FBI agent with a fucking FBI stamped on his back. And I'm like, I have never seen such a thing.
He's just fucking like, crazy, dude.
I told you last night that we're going to spice it up around here.
Yeah.
Fucking, I've been a little humbug, man.
Yeah.
I talked about it. I talked about it last night, like being maybe black-pilled or something and kind of getting, bummed down.
No, can't.
And it was because somebody on the team told me that he was giving me criticism about, constructive criticism. I'm like, oh, thanks, dude, because I'm just like, fuck, dude, another fucking more? Can we just stop here and get something positive going? It was just none. Yeah. It's been bad. Anyway. All right, Brian Harpel, we're going to talk about. Brian fucking Harpel. What we're going to talk about is Ben Shapiro, but how we're going to get there is through TPUSA, Brian Harpel, Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's how we're going to get there. Okay, So remember, Charlie got shot, murdered, executed, assassinated.
Executed.
And they scooped him up, took him to an SUV, and then they went to, allegedly, I have to say allegedly now, because he might not even went to the hospital, and on the way there, Brian Harpel tells you the story that this one was driving, this one was giving directions, this guy was wrapping him with 36 feet of gauze, there's another guy in the back praying, the other guy was holding me so I didn't fall out the open door. Remember that? Remember all that?
Oh, yeah.
So
he cut off his shirt.
Yeah, in the hospital, on top of him on a gurney that he got. Yeah, all that shit. The whole thing is just fucking ridiculous. Did you know that?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? The fuck you mean,
never, ever can do that. They fucking will tell you, get the
Dude, you
fuck
wouldn't,
out of my
you
hospital.
wouldn't even fucking be in the same room. As soon as that dude rolls in, you're at the door. You ain't going nowhere, dude.
They own the hospital.
Yes.
They own their room. They own their
Yes.
emergency room, period. No, motherfucker. You take you and your gun and your fucking
Yeah.
bullshit and get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. They don't give a
Period.
fuck who you are.
Oh, I was telling them which meds to give them, and shut
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah.
up, you fucking lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, hold on. So I want to try and
Yeah,
focus
no,
on- yeah. So Brian Harple. So this is fucking great. I ran across this and I was like, oh, that's fucking very interesting. Now I have a report around it too, because after they started getting the information about it, did you know that Brian Harple was working with Ben Shapiro?
No.
Did you know that?
When?
Here you go. Here you go. Hold on. Let me just set this up for you a little bit. Did you know that Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro were best friends?
No.
Did you know that Charlie Kirk, if there was anybody in Charlie Kirk's, he was like the dude that he fucking couldn't stand the most, because he blocked him. He tried to fucking wouldn't let him get, when he first started. Candace has told the story 20 times. When they were getting started, old Benny boy was trying to not let him get traction to become something.
Yeah.
And he would block him,
Okay.
and smut him up and do all that stuff. And so sure, it's funny that when they're driving to the hospital, Harple's team was on the phone with Ben Shapiro security, Ben Shapiro's security. So when you link the two together, you get Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk's security were like intertwined. Watch this. We got a couple here, but let's play this one. I think it's two together, and then we'll.
Is this the same interview he was talking about how he was on top of him cutting off his shirt? No? Different one? Because that shit was crazy.
Hold on a second. Let me pull this down here.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out, dude.
I gotta pull that down, or else it'll do like it did last time. You gonna
Yeah.
check it out?
Yeah.
The
Masterpiece?
You want? Oh yeah. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when all this was happening. I was in Los Angeles. I had sort of a breakfast/lunch meeting with somebody. And I got the news that Charlie had been shot, and my security was on the phone with Charlie's security because nobody knew what the hell was going on. And my security, well, Charlie was still in the back of the car, and we were sort of getting updates along the way.
The day before, actually, I had booked an interview for him that he was not super pleased that I booked for him, but it was a good reason for doing it. But
maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. That maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be? And how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
Oof.
I was just gonna let that sit there for a minute.
Oof.
So I think the day before or 2 days before, or either before he went to, I think he went to Egypt, or where'd he go? Did he go to Italy or France or something? He went over there somewhere over there, and he had came back and was here for a couple of days. Then he had the Turning Point event at UVU, and so he had that interview with him, and that was the interview that they set up for him. That he wasn't real happy that he was doing, but he did it. He'll do interview, and that was perfect. That was a perfect little. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
My team was on the phone with
His
Charlie's
team.
Because
While he was in the car.
But why would the team? Why would the first call be the security team call Ben Shapiro's team? I need to know how to put this 36 feet of gauze in this fucking hole in his neck. I'm just doesn't make sense.
No.
Anyway, we have more. Let's just keep going here.
Should I call 911? No! Call Ben Shapiro. Should I call 911? No! Call Ben Shapiro. Stay with me. I'm turning the corner now. Hey.
Was it true what you texted me last night?
Yes, I wish I hadn't done it.
And Charlie's so tall that his left leg is down in the door, and the door will close. And so I'm on my knees with the door open, with my butt hanging out at the side, and I'm on my knees doing the medical. And Justin's driving, we're going 60, 80, 100. And Rick has me across the kit in my shirt so that I can.
Charlie had been shot, and my security was on the phone with Charlie's security because nobody knew what the hell was going on. Well, Charlie was still in the back of the car, and we were sort of getting updates along the way.
Should I call 911? No! Call Ben Shapiro.
The patient information to the staff there. I had to get on top of him and cutting the shirt he had on off, that white Reaper shirt. And so I cut it off so they could get to him. So that I didn't articulate this to them, but I wanted to get that stuff off so they could live on it. Was it true what you texted me last night? And didn't talk about what you got.
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. Started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it.
Yes, I wish I hadn't done it.
And then kept going around and just.
Should I call 911? No! Call Ben Shapiro. Call Ben Shapiro. Stay with me. I'm turning the corner now.
I want to talk about some things going on right now in the Tyler Robinson trial that I've seen because, oh my God, these are just my opinions based on what I've seen, okay? For entertainment purposes only. Trump Jr. escorts Erica Kirk into the courthouse. Why? Why, you ask? Because he was friends with Charlie Kirk, apparently. Oh, yeah? Get the fuck out. Intimidation. It's an intimidation factor. That's absolutely what he was doing there. Not only for intimidation, but also to report back to his daddies, his multiple daddies, like his true daddy and Netanyahu, Mary Madison. The people who want to be there, but it would be too crazy if they went. So Trump Jr. is going to play the friend. Get the fuck out. No one believes you. At least I don't believe you. They also want you to be the talking head, like when he went on Fox News and was like, I saw it with my own eyes. It is so clear that Tyler Robinson did it. If you think Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, you're too stupid to be on my channel. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, please. The evidence that has been provided has been so fed slop. Like, you mean the DNA matches more of Lance Twiggs than it does Tyler Robinson? You're not going to let Lance Twiggs testify. The camera on the agent who found the screwdriver all of a sudden shut off and couldn't film that part. Literally, it's giving the night that Bree died in prison, JE. All right, last one, but this is important. Ben Shapiro getting on his whatever lame podcast it is and saying that his security team was on the phone with Charlie Kirk's security team when they were on the way to the hospital to get an update was so bizarre. I want you to watch it. It's like 15 seconds. Hold on.
Where I was when all this was happening, I was in Los Angeles. I had sort of a breakfast/lunch meeting with somebody. And I got the news that Charlie had been shot, and my security was on the phone with Charlie's security because nobody knew what the hell was going on. Well, Charlie was still in the back of the car, and we were sort of getting updates along the way.
This is what I'm talking about with reading people. I currently assess CEOs and boards, and with that comes talking to them, interviewing them, not interrogating them, just talking to them, having a conversation with them. picking up on the small cues, okay? Ben Shapiro says, I was in LA for a breakfast/lunch meeting. The first thing I picked up on was the breakfast lunch meeting. He said it in a way where he wasn't confident in which it was. He said it in a way where he was trying to align where he was at the time with Charlie Kirk's assassination time to make sure he didn't mess it up. That's what that told me. I think he was lying. Second part was after he said with someone, he did a long swallow. So there was either nobody or that somebody knew about this, because that was a big tell on he felt very uncomfortable about what he just said. So that person either knew what was going on or he actually wasn't meeting with anybody. But that right there told me that he was lying. Third, what do you mean that right after your security team was on the phone with Charlie's as they were in the car on the way to the hospital? Let's say that somebody is assassinated. I promise you, they're doing everything they can to keep that person alive, because, they were like, no, ambulance people, EMT people, we don't want you. We're going to bring them to the hospital ourselves. They're doing everything they can. They're not answering some unknown number, because why does your security team have Ben Shapiro's security team's number? Are they BFF? No. Ben Shapiro just told on himself. I actually hadn't even looked into him. And then after this, I did, and I connected all of it. I connected him to Trump, Blue White Country, Brad Parscale, TPUSA, the Wilkes brothers, who are the ones that fund Rob McCoy and TPUSA Faith. I'll do that connection tomorrow. This video is getting long, but if Tyler Robinson is convicted, this will be the greatest cover-up in history, but it can't be the greatest cover-up because it is full of Fed slop. Stay tuned.
So that's the Leah Files, if you want to follow her on X. And she also has a Substack called the Leah Files on Substack. You want to check her out. She does full-length Substack reports on all this stuff, and she's done one on this. And I think that the work that she does is worth the read. It's worth the follow and all that stuff. I think that she's great, actually. And little sarcasm goes a long way in times like this with this stuff going on, because the first thing you want to do is fucking scream, because they just lie to you constantly. They just lie and lie and lie and you're just like, Jesus Christ. Can somebody tell the truth here? No, they can't.
No.
So I wanted to cover this again because of what you said. And
what did I say?
When he was talking about it's impossible, he's climbing on a fucking on top of him, cutting his shirt off thing, right? So
that was so awesome.
Right.
That little AI.
That
was awesome. That shit was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, he's fucking cutting so precise. He's all because I didn't want to mess up the freedom shirt. Come on, bro. The dude just got fucking melted. Fucking head almost completely taken off, and you're fucking worried about that shirt. Come on.
Yeah. So one of the things is the Fed slop narrative that's going on with TPOC and the security team is absolutely ridiculous. And I want to play this clip of the ER nurse. I think the time, I'll just do it. Well, it's 5 minutes, but I'll do it because of what we're attempting to get people to understand here is that if you believe at all what you've been told from the fucking lame media or the lamer media, the independent media from all these MAGA extremists or whatever the hell they're called, you're being lied to in a way that is, when I think about, we've talked about it all night. When I think about how this went down, I'm like, is there any honorable people left at all? You know what I mean? Where's your honor?
Yeah. No.
Where's your honor? I should pull you. I don't have you on the screen.
Wow.
What? Where's your honor? Where is it?
Well, that's store-bought. All of them.
It's ridiculous. Let's play this clip real quick.
All of them.
Stand by.
I don't think Charlie Kirk was ever taken to an ER, and I'll tell you why. I've been an ER nurse for over 20 years, and a lot of things don't add up. Number one, Brian Harpole's story, which I'm about to rip apart, doesn't make any sense. Number two, I'm kind of shocked there's no cell phone footage from patients, visitors, people at the hospital that day. It's a little wild when a black SUV comes flying up at lunchtime in front of an ER with somebody's ass hanging out of it and a body and blood and, you know, just a bunch of craziness. And I'm picturing these like 4 or 5 men like running in with, you know, Frank Turek on FaceTime and, you know, who knows what. You're telling me none of the ER regulars, none of the nosy lobby patients, nobody pulled out a cell phone and was like, ooh, what's going on? Because like literally that happens when anything happens in an ER. So like, where are those people? Where are the visitors that day? Where's, you know, the people that were standing outside smoking a cigarette? Like, where's our normal ER crowd? And if you work in an ER, you know exactly the people I'm talking about. You have them. Where are they? Where are they? Because those people will record everything and put it on Facebook Live in 0.2 seconds. So like, where are those people? Also, where are the employees? I understand HIPAA is a thing. I totally understand that. But you're telling me that out of all the employees in that hospital, nobody has said shit through an anonymous source. Nobody has said shit through anybody. Okay. Yeah, sure. So just for shits and gigs, let's break down Brian Harpole's story here. And just for the record, I'm not editing this like while I'm driving because that would be stupid. But anyway, let's tear it apart.
Out and we carry in to the door. Once we make it into the door, we see a gurney on the left-hand side. We put him on a gurney and then I wheel him into a room.
No, you did not, sir. You absolutely did not. You're telling me that you threw Charlie on a gurney and pushed him into a room. Have you ever been into an ER? Like, ever? The rooms are not right there. You usually have to go through a check-in period, like a space, a lobby, through some double doors, maybe a few sets of double doors, like depending on the ER. There's no room right there. I have never in my life been into an ER where there's just a room, and never in my life have I seen a visitor or someone who does not work in that ER just decide we're just going to take this room. That does not happen. Ever. Would never, ever happen. Continue, sir.
I start giving the patient information to the staff there.
Okay, yeah, that one probably happened. Somebody does have to give the patient information to the staff. I'll give you that one, Brian.
I end up getting on top of him and cutting the shirt that he had on off, that white freedom shirt. And so I cut it off so they could get to him, so that I didn't articulate this to them, but I wanted to get that stuff off so they could put a defibrillator on him.
Sir, are you telling me that you brought your own scissors into the emergency room? You moved the staff out of the way because they would have already been surrounding the patient. You moved the staff out of the way to cut off a murder victim's clothing. First of all, that clothing is usually evidence. It needs to be bagged. Even as an ER nurse, I know this. You put it in a brown paper bag, chain of custody, the whole deal. You're telling me that staff just let you climb on top of Charlie and cut his shirt off. And you're also telling me you did it because you wanted the staff to have a place for the defibrillator pads. Sir, they do that. That's what they do every day. They are fully aware of how to cut a shirt off, and they really do not need you doing that, nor would they allow you to do that. I'm thinking his shirt was removed prior to arriving to the hospital because lots of reasons. But yeah, that shirt was gone. If Charlie even made it to the hospital, which I'm doubting, that shirt was not on his body when he was rolled through those doors. I would bet $100 on this, like easily. And I'd also like to add, he said something about I did that so I could they could put the defibrillators on him. I didn't articulate that to them at the time. Sir, you would not have had to articulate that to them at the time. The only reason you would even say that is if they were calling you out for your behavior in the middle of all of that stuff. They would call you out for your behavior. Like, why are you cutting this dude's shirt off? Like, get the F out of our way. So now you're trying to say that you were doing it for the defibrillator. You just didn't announce it. Okay, continue.
And so, and then started talking about pushing drugs. And so I was back and forth with them on drugs and defibrillator.
Oh, so you were running the code too. You were running the full ACLS protocol, were you, Brian? You were discussing the drugs with the doc and the defibrillation with the doc. How many joules was that, Brian? How many joules did you deliver those defibrillations at, Brian? What drugs did you advise the doctor that he should give the patient? I'm just curious. Like, just curious. Go on, Brian. Go on.
And so then, you know, once you get that shirt cut off and moved out of the way, you know, there's enough of medical professionals in there. And so I just want to get out of their way. And so I got out of their way and walked out of the room.
Yes.
You see how uncomfortable he is?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is a lie. And that's
absolutely. But
yeah.
I mean, people are actually believing his shit. Well, he's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Right. No, he's a fucking liar.
So is Mikey McCoy, right?
Yeah.
He's a hero.
Yeah.
As he's walking away on the phone with his back to it, never even looked at Charlie when he got hit. I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. So I wanted to play that because I wanted to kind of wrap that little segment up with Leah and Ben Shapiro and that whole thing to make it one nice pretty bow, because you know, we're in a simulation, really. I mean, all this stuff that's going on is all some kind of a movie. I mean, you know, in 2020, when I looked up one day, I was like, is this the Twilight Zone? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I mean, it's like, and it's just gotten worse. Yeah. I mean, I think most of us with half a brain or some common sense have kind of recovered after the last 6 years from all that stuff. But I mean, think about what happened to our children and to everybody.
Shut
I mean,
the
whole
world down. Shut the world down, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So we got a couple more things I want to make sure we get to. Aaron Rodgers. Well, let's see this. Hold on a second. We're running out of time, so I want to make sure that I get. So Aaron Rodgers was talking to Rogan about the surveillance state, and it kind of goes with what is going on right now with all the surveillance, and you know, every corner, at least probably all over the world, but in the United States, every corner has 4 or 5 cameras on it. I mean, and then you have all the Ring cameras, and you have flock cameras, and you have car cameras. I mean, you just have cameras everywhere monitoring everything that we do constantly. And the concern is that what happened to us having some kind of freedom, right? We have none. Like, everything that we do is our monitors, our TVs, everything's looking at us. Everything's marking everything. And it goes with the fuck is it called? Come on, John, get your brain together. The data centers.
Oh yeah.
Storing it. It stores all this information for years and years and years, and then they just go back. They want you. They just go back and just put it together. Now they got AI that's, you know, virtually, you know, you can't. I mean, I guess internet can tell the difference if you put it through the right software, but I mean, some of this stuff is pretty. I mean, it's not dead on, but it's damn close. And you know, you got people getting arrested for flock cameras saying that they stole packages off of people's porches and they weren't even in town, and you know, and just all the stuff, right? Listen to what Aaron Rodgers says, though, because you know, Aaron Rodgers is a stud. you know who Aaron Rodgers is, right? The quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he was with Green Bay Packers.
Yep, was.
And I think he went somewhere else after that,
I
but
think it was Saints.
maybe. I don't remember. I stopped watching football when they kneeled.
Yeah.
Once they kneeled, man, I was like, "You fucking suck." You got and my team was Cowboys, and they didn't, but I still couldn't get behind it. I couldn't support that at all. Once
The
they
whole
did that.
league is fucking rot.
Yeah. So anyway, stand by.
In 2016, there was a global coup to overthrow the duly elected president of the United States of America. And that coup went on for 4 years. And after that happened, they got him out no matter what. We have to start looking at why. Why did that happen leading up to the 2020 election? You remember Molly Ball's article in Time magazine when she did a victory lap with Norm Eisen about how they got Trump out of office, thank God. Well, that started a year before with the Transition Integrity Project, which included a lot of people in intelligence and people that have overthrown governments in the EU for years and, interfered in elections. I say a lot of this goes back to Langley. When we talk about the deep state or the steady state or whatever you want to call them, they have been doing this all over the world. This is not new. What is new is that this architecture that they had been doing for years and years in Yugoslavia and everywhere in the foreign nations, the CIA turned the machinery on the United States of America. And I think we have to start looking at who inside our government was involved. They must be held accountable. And this isn't about Donald Trump. This is about a group of people that are supranational that decide that the American people's voice and vote do not matter, do not count if they don't like who wins. And they did everything they could to destroy him. And I wonder how much of the Transition Integrity Project and the pandemic and January 6th and all of this is connected really inside America, China on the outside, but certainly the operation was within.
The operation would have had to have been within, I agree with you. And again, you said this is a first step. It really would have to be, right? Because so many of the things that we still have questions about that would be related to all of this, we just don't know. There's so much that tonight we walked away from this thing not knowing. Something has to be done with these agencies. It's so clear. Listen, when Trump was elected in 2026, or 2024, excuse me, so many people believed that this would be part of it. There would be major reform. Remember, Kash Patel said, if I become the FBI director, the first thing I'll do is I'll go in and I'll turn the headquarters into a museum and send those agents out in the field. And then he didn't do that. They haven't really done anything to shrink this apparatus, this bureaucracy, and this monster that is the deep state.
No, and it's very concerning because we also have the NGO problem, which has been going on since the 30s to subvert the will of the American people. But now it's become its own monster. And we all remember, we just can't discount that the Transition Integrity Project and all these people, they were trying to get Trump out of office over and over, and there has been no accountability at this point yet. You brought up earlier the fake, I believe, hacking by the Russians of the 2016 election. And then they got sanctioned, and then it all went away. And then Trump was a Russian agent for 2 years. 2 years later, we find out that that's not true, and it was actually created by Comey and Clapper and Brennan. I mean, all these criminals continue to thrive. And then we had the whole January 6th thing. I hope people understand that January 6th, 2 minutes after the breach of the Capitol, when Donald Trump's still speaking for 45 minutes, 20 minutes away, Nancy Pelosi called an emergency declaration and totally ended everything normal for certification of the election, pushed it through without anyone questioning. And then anyone after that who questioned the 2020 election was disbarred. They were hunted down. They were kicked off the internet. They were censored. And a lot of those people were also involved in the Aspen Institute, where Chris Krebs, who ran the 2020 election software and the entire CISA, was also censoring and silencing people that were questioning the election while he was at the Aspen Institute. There is a whole interconnected democracy-defending NGO issue in America that continues to undermine the American people. They do not care who votes or doesn't vote. It's all a fraud, and we have to go back and we have to look at the networks. There was the AME network that was going on with the Obama Get Out to Vote. There was the Voter Protection Project, the Integrity Transition stuff. all of it is connected to an international, I believe, group that has been doing this for decades, all the way back to the Dulles brothers. We've talked about it before. They overthrew elections one after another in Europe. We could still look at Moldova and Romania and Poland. I mean, what happened is that the playbook that had been used for decades outside our soil was turned on the United States of America the day Donald Trump got into office. And we are still dealing with those people, and nobody's been held accountable at all.
Well, be careful now, because if you start talking about January 6th, none of us are going home. We can spend the whole night doing that. But no, I absolutely hear you. And January 6th to me is at the core of all of this. I think there's so much.
Agree.
You overturn that rock, and here come the cockroaches.
So sorry about that. I will play the clip that I had to pull it in. I mislabeled that, so my bad. That was the next clip though. So let's talk about this for a minute. We were talking about it. We're kind of setting it up with because it's not only surveillance, it's the infringement on our rights and the propaganda to make us think that, or for the outsiders or the people that watch Fox News or CNN or whatever to think that there's really like an insurrection, or all these people are lying about stolen elections, or the feds, what's it called, the Russia hoax, all these different things that they put a label on to make the America First people, because that's really at the end. I mean, I know that they were calling them MAGA, but now that's been split. Because now you have the MAGA fakers and you have the America First patriots, or whatever you want to call them, And so back then, when that was going on, it was labeled MAGA. It was labeled extremist, all extremists. And
2017, 18,
yeah,
19.
all that. And what they did was they literally propagandized everybody that was not awake to think that there was this a bunch of extreme people that were going to take over the world, or the United States, because of, them saying that there was a stolen election or whatever it was. And then now, years later, the people that were saying that or thinking that are now looking at it going, oh my God, we were so wrong about all that stuff, right? What do you think?
Well, when you're talking about stolen elections, Hillary Clinton was going on about that for fucking still. Oh, I got it stolen. He's an illegitimate fucking. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It just, like you said, same playbook, different country.
Yeah.
Then they fucking did it here. They had a perfect opportunity because Trump wasn't going along with anything that they wanted.
Right.
We're getting rid of this motherfucker real quick. And that's when the playbook came out.
And look what they did to, what's his name? Was it France or, what the hell was his name?
I know what you're talking about. The guy who's fucking had started all of this shit.
No, the dude that went, they stole the election from him. And then they indicted him, put him in prison for 25 years or something. What the hell is his name? Not Maduro. It's
Maduro, the guy in Brazil.
Bolsonaro.
Yeah.
Brazil. Yeah. So I mean, they're going to do that here if you let them. They will put us. They'll put all of us in prison for just doing this, and that's part of the globalist takeover also. So yeah. So anyway, let's now that I have that clip up, let me the Aaron Rodgers clip. I think it's very pertinent to what we're talking about as well, because at the end of the day, it all goes together.
People are afraid for NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers after what he just admitted to Tucker Carlson.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Yeah, stop spying on me.
Yeah. Get off my computer, get off my cameras, get off my Ring camera, take down all this stupid CCTV cameras everywhere that are watching everything. And because the next step to all of this, people don't realize this, and this is the facts, is China and what's going on there, and social credit scores, and your entire life monitored. Like, that's where we're going slowly. Jordan Peterson said, was doing an interview and talked about how does, I can't remember what the conversation was, but I heard him say this. How does corruption take form when it's so obvious? It's slow movements. It's like barely inching towards, total corruption and obedience, where you don't really see it coming. Next thing you know, like, oh, I have no other option but to get a chip in my hand, or have a social credit score that allows me to, fly in a plane. If I don't have a good one, then I got to ride on a bus or a train or a cab, or, I can drive. They want all electric cars. I can just, shut that off at some point because your post on Facebook, kind of violated the government standard here. And also, we're going to freeze your bank account or only let you, eat at this restaurant. Eat at the, get groceries from this store, not like the nice, organic store. You have to eat over here, or eat insects or whatever the hell.
The Oreo store.
Yeah,
Lucky Charms.
We're not far from that if we don't stand for civil liberties. And people always when I talk about, because I'm always been a big proponent of Ed Snowden, and people are like, well, I have nothing to hide. And I'm like, that is in worst answer, because I don't have anything to hide either, but I want my privacy. And you don't understand. You think the government's just going to stop at what they're doing now? They're not going to stop with this. They're inching closer to be in 1984, where they have a set in some sort of TV set in your house that watches you. Make sure you get up and do your 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. We're going to watch every aspect of your life. We're going to give you a social credit score. We're going to create, it's a great book to read. It was written in 1949. And how accurate it is today. Literally, the Ministry of Truth, we literally had a government organization that was censoring free speech and categorizing things as misinformation. There was a Ministry of Truth czar who was making decisions based on what they thought was acceptable language online, and all these fact checking.
Yeah, and so we ain't far from there right now. And with all the AI and the flock cameras and all these different things right now that's going on, that's where we're at. Like he said, one little piece at a time.
Incremental still adds up.
Even
if you put a penny in it, another penny, another penny, another penny, boom, 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 boom. There you go. That's where it's happening. It's crazy. I didn't even think about that, but the amount of crimes that have been solved by Ring cameras is crazy, dude. Cops actually can ask you for that shit.
They can what is it called? They can access it now
because it's in the fucking
terms and conditions. That's so fucking crazy. I'm like, do you know that you can go? If you got the right website to the, I guess the Chambers of Commerce is in charge of flock cameras in each county or each city or whatever. And if you have the right information to get into the flock camera, you can see everything it's reading.
Wow.
You can't see the geo-tracking, but you can see everything that it takes a picture or video of, but you can't see the stuff where the retina scans and all that stuff that is also going on. They're doing all that. What's it called? Axle or something. There's a program that goes with it that can literally, we're driving down the road, right? You can be masked up. You're driving down the road and it gets your eye scanned. That's it. They got everything about you. And the flock camera, they pin you here, pin you there, and you drive your kid to school every day.
Oh yeah,
They watch you go back and forth, and they can pin wherever you're at. All that.
Just
shit.
like that poor bastard that they said did all that stuff in Washington D.C. with the bombings and shit. They tried to get him with all that crap.
Oh yeah,
that poor bastard,
Brian Cole.
Yeah, I was like,
Brian Cole. Yeah, they're saying that because he was in the area.
Yep.
He's an autistic black kid that don't even know nothing about anything. And he don't fit.
He's a mastermind.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I want to make sure that we get this clip about Elon Musk and the banking.
Yeah, I want to hear
Do
it.
you know that Elon Musk just released a banking software or platform on X,
It's crazy.
which what it has the potential to take down banking. It's giving you 6%
Yield
yield
That's great.
on your money.
That's crazy, dude.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
And
because I have one right now, it's sitting at like
1.2 or something.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
and that's the gold.
And so let's do the devil's advocate here before we get into the clip. The clip is not very long. It's maybe a minute or two. Let me see, how long is this clip? Yeah, it's a minute now. But let's do our devil's advocate here. You have some people that say that Elon Musk is, Peter Thiel, or Zuckerberg, or some of the globalists.
Yeah, he's a fucking bad guy.
They're saying that he is not what he seems.
He's a Trojan horse. That's what they're
Trojan horse,
thinking.
yeah. So, if in fact he's done this banking thing where you can have your money in X,
scary, dude.
Let's say everybody shifts over that. Can he just take it?
That's what I mean. How,
No, I'm
how does
asking.
that work? I don't know.
How, playing
is that
devil's
gonna
advocate,
work?
if
Yeah.
he's supposedly, bad. I mean, he's let us all back on X and all that stuff, and he does do a lot of different things, but he also does a bunch of things that maybe I mean, I guess if you're paralyzed and you need a brain chip because you're paralyzed and now you can walk, that's a good thing. But if they're putting brain chips in people to help them live to 200 years old or whatever, I'm making the number up, that might not be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons for everything.
Yeah.
I've always seen Elon Musk as very smart and energetic and very fuck it, get shit done, kill it. I mean, and I wonder what this is going to do. And I'm going to do some more research on this. I just found out about this an hour before the show or 2 hours before the show. So I haven't been able to dig into it yet, but check this out. Let me play this short clip real quick.
So Elon Musk just launched an app that pays 6% on your money, and its first rival moment was a stranger sending him $25 just because he could. On June 25th, X Money quietly went live for premium subscribers in the United States. Within hours, there was a guy named Corey, and he posted this, quote, "Call me an idiot, but I just sent $25 directly to Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, using X Money for no other reason than I just can." Musk's entire reply was thanks. That tiny payment was the opening bell. X Money pays 6% on deposits with no minimum. A typical high yield savings account pays 4.5%, maybe 5%. Now that 6 is probably a promo rate, of course. Senator Elizabeth Warren already sent a letter demanding to know how X can afford it, but all of this is live. Right now, there's a black metal Visa card engraved with your X handle, 3% cash back, no foreign fees, free ATM withdrawals. Your money sits at a real regulated bank.
So you're telling us Elon is offering above average returns and free ATM withdrawals, and some Wall Street backed politicians are trying to stop him? If that's true, I think Elon's new banking system is going to be very popular with a lot of people all over the world.
Yeah. So what do you think? You think of that? Something. That's
It's
interesting.
something.
I'm going to dig in. I'll dig into it this week,
because
find
that
out
just
what's
not all that glitters is gold.
Right.
And I know that he's not doing this out of the generosity of his golden heart.
Well, I mean, so I think that the more money,
yeah, it's a
that-
Ponzi scheme type
the more
shit.
money
The more
that he
money's
has,
in there, the more
he's worth, right?
Yes.
And he's already done that $1 trillion deal, and
Dude,
he's worth it.
he did the pump and dump with all those fucking companies that he's had.
But I think that it would have to be federally registered and federally backed.
Well, yeah, it said FDIC. So it's got to.
So your
gotta have
money's
some kind of-
safe in
yeah.
there, and if he's giving 6% back,
That's
a pretty good gig.
Dude, I'll do 25. I'll give you 25 for that. Fuck it.
25 bucks.
Yeah,
25.
fuck it.
Put 25 grand in there and let it sit there,
Yeah,
and
just
it'll be fucking 6 million in about 5 years.
Would
Maybe
be.
not that much, but
be a lot.
I'd have to do the numbers. But I mean, yeah. So anyway,
Because all the things you got to worry about is all the fucking fees that those big banks.
well, they rape us. They rape
us.
us on fees. You know what I mean? They do. They rape us on the fees, and you know, yeah, it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to dig into that, and we'll talk about it next week. We got to get out of here. Thank you very much for being here. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Go to my description, check out the Restorable Food, check out the Zeal Life, make a purchase, help us out. Really do appreciate it. But you know, if nothing else, subscribe to the channel, share this information. You're welcome to any of the content. Cut it up, make clips out of it, do whatever you want. Please help us spread the message, spread the word. Help us, maybe leave a comment. That'd be great. More than 6 words. Help us grow. We're asking for help growing. That's the big thing, especially with all the platforms that if you're how do you call it, truth teller, or someone that just gives it to you straight, they tend to shadow ban you or whatever the hell it's called a lot. So we're,
they bury us.
But you know what? We're just here and we're just doing it. And I think I'll be back on Wednesday this week. Really looking forward to what we're going to uncover in the next few days. And thank you for being here, and God bless you all. And please share this information everywhere. Good night.